Hey everybody, it's me, Witch Joseph, and Brother Christopher is with me too, and we're going to do a reading. Several people have asked, like, what the tarot says about who's going to win the presidential election. We're not going to do endorsements or anything. If you know us, you know who we support anyway. So, but we thought it would be an interesting video to do a question, and we're going to ask the cards who's going to win the 2024 presidential election. And what are the energies surrounding that? We're using the Rider-Waite deck, and we're going to do the Celtic Cross and Staff as the layout.
Rider-Waite Smith.
Rider-Waite Smith, that's right. Okay. So this first card is the core of the issue and the question. And look at that, the Ace of Pentacles inverted. A lot of money down the drain. This is what I get from this. This is like just a waste of money and, failed hopes for the money that was invested in it. Crossing that is the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, and that seems to say to me that, I don't know, what I get from this might shock everyone, but what I get from that is that I think that the election results won't be clear initially, and I think that we're going to have to wait for a period of time to know who actually won the election. I think that's what that's saying, is that there's going to be issues surrounding the electoral process, maybe even the physical machines and things that are used to cast a vote. So that's what I get from that.
Again?
Right, I know we've seen that before, haven't we? This is the basis of the matter in the near past, the Knight of Cups. Lots of negative emotions around it on all sides, all sorts of worry and anxiety, and that sort of thing. That's what I get from that. Do you get anything from that, Brother Christopher? Yeah, I think that just represents the emotional aspects of the whole thing.
Yeah, just where we've all been moving and feeling about all of this for so long. The constant badgering of the commercials.
Oh my goodness. Anybody who watches YouTube, you know that it's constant. It's unbelievable. So, and also this comes to mind too, how that people vote often. We like to think that we're rational people and that we make decisions based on facts and evidence, but really this sort of process is rooted in the emotional base of the people voting. It has very little to do with facts and evidence. This is the current situation, days before the election. The Ace of Wands, a new beginning. Well, that's concerning in a way. I guess it'll be a new beginning regardless of who wins the election, right? Because it won't be Joe Biden, and so it'll be a change, a new beginning. And if it's Kamala or Trump, it's going to be a new beginning. And so this is just saying that that's the energy right now. We're at the threshold of this new beginning. This might happen in the future. It's the Three of Swords. Oh my goodness. So lots of affliction there. There'll be a lot of unhappiness, but it is inverted. And so that's an opportunity for healing.
Opportunity for those swords to fall out.
That's right. That's right. And yeah, that's what I think too. I think that's the point of that card, is that even though there's been a lot of harm, a lot of bad emotion, hatred, violence, all of it, there's going to be an opportunity for a new beginning that'll lead to healing and to the reuniting of people, hopefully, in the long term. This will happen, definitely. Balancing. So we take the good and we take the bad there. And there'll be an adjustment period for that. So, what I see from this is like this is the process after the election. There's going to be people who are very upset about this election, about the results, who are going to dispute the results
On both sides.
on both sides. And that's what the two, I think, of Pentacles is saying, that emotions will be high on all sides. And isn't it interesting that we have the four elements, water, fire, air, and earth, in this center reading? I think that's interesting. And it really is about this balance, I think. I think what it's telling us is that we have to be prepared for anything, right? And we have to just be ready to achieve some kind of balance with whatever the results are. And hopefully the next cards will tell us. This is what we're resisting. Oh, and look at that, the Hanged Man. So what people are fearful of is a suspension of things. And I think that this is saying that people generally in the United States don't want to go back to what we had in 2016 and 2017. They don't want to go back to that. And they don't want to be in this limbo of things like changing. They want to go forward. They don't want things just hanging in a balance. And that requires a certain amount of sacrifice. So even if people aren't happy about the result, they'll have to sacrifice that sense of, I don't know, people get a sense of dominance, like if their party wins and stuff, either side. And I think that's one of the things we have to sacrifice and see, that we have to suspend all of those feelings, because we're all Americans. We're all people. We're all human beings. And so, that's what we have to focus on. This is the influence of people around us and the environment. The Ace of Swords.
How many aces you got in that deck?
So a definite ending and a change of mind. That does not bode well, I think, for certain things. But yeah, an ending. This is what we're hoping for. The Queen of Wands inverted. So we're hoping, I think, there's a subconscious hope that Kamala will win, I think, of a lot of people, even on the right. And I think that people might pretend that they don't want that to happen sometimes, but I think that some people who say that they don't want that to happen secretly want that to happen. That's what's being hoped for. And let's see what the final result is. The Four of Cups. And in some way, that's saying, well, there's not enough cards here to say, there's not enough trumps here, pardon the pun, to say who's going to win the election, but that it's likely that it's going to be very close. And the polls say that too. I mean, the polls say that this is a neck to neck race. And let's draw one other card. Who will be the definitive winner of the 2024 election? Look at that. Energy giving rods, setting boundaries, and the Hermit. Oh my gosh. So, I think what this is saying is that we have to wait and see, and we have to take action. Like if we want the election to go whatever way we want it to go, then we have to vote.
Don't sit at home.
Don't sit at home.
Go vote.
Go and vote.
It hasn't been decided yet.
Right.
Because not everybody's voted.
That's right. That's what I think too. And I do think that the Queen of Wands, to me, what we're wishing for is, I think that it's likely that Kamala will win the 2024 election, but barely. And I think that it depends on if people get out and vote that way. And I think that that's what they're saying. I mean, it could go either way, obviously. There's like one major arcana card that showed up in the initial reading, and this one is just emphasizing get out, be active, and express what it is you want to happen. What are your boundaries for America? And what do you want to see happen in the coming seasons? So I guess we'll find out on the 6th, the 5th. Although I don't think we will. I think there'll be a time period that we have to wait and see who is the winner and everything.
People can't wait.
Yeah, I know. They want it all now, don't they? As long as it's what they want. And then if they don't, we got to recount those votes. So. Yeah, let me know who you think's going to win in the comments and everything, and be civil. We have to respect each other because of our differences and everything. But I think that this says it's likely that Kamala Waltz will win the election, and depending on people getting out and voting. And as always, may goodness and reason prevail. Blessed be everybody.